Good morning, everyone. To start the occasion, I will request you all to please settle down and put your phone on silent mode. We will start it shortly. We hope all our MCPI members from several locations are now connected and able to see us. With that, we will start with the Felicitation program of our Honorable MD and CEO, Mr. Devi Prasad Patra. I would request our plant head, Mr. Anand Charan Mishra, to please present a flower bouquet to our Patra sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request our Deputy Plant Head, Mr. Ambar Baran Bhaumik, to please present a flower bouquet to our plant head. On this auspicious occasion, we will proceed with the lighting of the lamp. To inaugurate the program, I will request our MD and CEO to once again come to the stage and do the honor.
Hey, lamp lighting, lamp lighting.
Thank you, sir. To make the occasion more vibrant, we have a message from our esteemed chairman, Dr. Purnendra Chatterjee. I kindly request the team to play the video for us. Please spare the chairman's video.
Dear friends, as we celebrate the Silver Jubilee of MCPI, it gives me a great honor and privilege to thank all my employees of MCPI and the stakeholders that is supporting us. What sets MCPI apart is we have been able to maintain the best of the Japanese business practices, but yet created a very agile culture. Since the takeover of MCPI in 2016, our Indian team has been able to increase the production, sales, customer satisfaction, and ESG goals. Our safety performance has been the best in the industry. The success of MCPI is largely attributed to its talent-first policy. Through the learning and development, we have focused on building competencies in our employee base as well as their career growth. We also have adopted a digital-first approach through MCPI 4.0. These two things together has enabled us to improve production efficiency, customer satisfaction, and has made MCPI truly an agile operation. On the strategic front, MCPI, in order to deal with the changes in the global competitive arena and declining margin in our PTA business, we have embarked on a strategy to do forward integration. In 2021, February, with the acquisition of Garden Silk Mills, we have been able to build our position in the forward integrated synthetic fibers business. Success of that acquisition has led us to form a joint venture with Indian Oil Corporation for building a plant in Odisha. This integrated chain is going to get further enhanced as we accelerate our B2C initiative with Garden Verily. So we will have the raw material position in PTA, the synthetic fiber position with Garden Verily, and the Indian Oil joint venture in Odisha, and a very strong B2C component in Garden Verily. You will see further initiatives in the B2C area through other dedicated subsidiaries. This integrated chain is designed to make MCPI a great company which is built to last. My special gratitude is to the families of our employees whose support has been instrumental in our journey of this success. Lastly, I really want to congratulate all our employees as we celebrate this special day, and thank you very much.
What a wonderful speech by our beloved chairman. Thank you, sir. Moving on, we have a formal welcome address by our head HR, Ms. Shampa Bhome. I request ma'am to please come up to the podium.
MD and CEO, planted, all our seniors, our esteemed colleagues, and also each and everyone who are watching this program from different locations here at Haldia and also at Kolkata, and also who are watching this program individually through the link that has been shared with all of you. A very, very warm welcome to each one of you as we gather here today to celebrate a remarkable milestone, the Silver Jubilee of our MCPI. We are here today for celebrating 25 years of dedication, perseverance, growth and success, an extraordinary journey that fills us with pride and gratitude. It is an honor to stand here on this joyous occasion while we reflect on the legacy that has been built together. From a steady beginning to the thriving organization that we are today, this milestone is a testament to the unwavering commitment of every individual who has been part of this journey up to these years. The passion, the resilience, and the shared vision that have shaped our MCPI into what we stand for today. As we celebrate these 25 years, we not only look back at our achievements, but we also look forward to the opportunities that lie ahead. This Silver Jubilee is not just a celebration of our past. It is a reaffirmation of our purpose. It is a renewal of our promise to innovate, to inspire, and to make a difference in the years to come. Today's event is a moment where we honor our history and also we embrace the future with hope and enthusiasm. This is also a day while all of us take an oath to rededicate ourselves for a renewed future, navigating under the visionary leadership of our respected chairman, Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, and our respected MD and CEO, Mr. Devi Prasad Patra, the architect for a rejuvenated MCPI. We have important programs lined up for you for over coming 2.5 hours. So let us come together to make this journey to make this day a truly memorable, to be treasured in our heart. Let's celebrate together these 25 years of excellence and set the stage for even a brighter future, strengthening on our strong core values and the culture tenets that are the bedrock of our MCPI and defines us best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a corporate movie for our MCPI Day, showcasing the journey of MCPI and the vision ahead. I request the team to please share it.
We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Nestled on the banks of the river Hooghly in Haldia, West Bengal, is the home to MCPI, a company that has built a shining legacy of excellence through relentless innovation, people-centric development, and customer satisfaction.
Empowering excellence! Empowering excellence!
Empowering excellence. Established in 1997 as a subsidiary of Mitsubishi Chemical Corporation, MCPI commenced its operations in 2000 and expanded capacity in 2010. Since its acquisition by the Chatterjee Group, TCG, in 2016, under the visionary leadership of Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, MCPI has experienced a remarkable turnaround, characterized by consistent growth, record production, and sustained profitability. TCG is a global business conglomerate recognized worldwide with strategic investments in USA, Europe, and South Asia across several business sectors, including petrochemicals, life sciences, IT, real estate, fintech, technology companies like Lummus. Today, MCPI is one of India's largest manufacturers of purified terephthalic acid (PTA), a fundamental raw material for the polyester value chain. Excellence in production remains a cornerstone. Spanning 324 acres, the world-class facility is built with cutting-edge Japanese technology at its core. The integration of advanced technologies has revolutionized manufacturing at MCPI. The real-time monitoring system has empowered optimized decision-making, thereby minimizing downtime. MCPI's corporate philosophy is built upon 4 core values: trust, integrity, compliance, and respect. With a work culture that emphasizes inclusivity and a non-hierarchical approach, the company has established a benchmark for excellence in people development. Aligned with TCG's People First policy, the Talent First initiative cultivates a culture of continuous learning, operational excellence, and digital dexterity, turning knowledge into competency. Each managerial team member participates in individual development plans for competency upskilling. Initiatives like the MCPI 4.0 program encourage employees to ideate and develop micro-projects through teamwork and cross-functional collaboration, leading to cost optimization and overall efficiency. At MCPI, safety is not just a priority, it's embedded in the way of life. A disciplined workforce, adhering to time-tested Japanese practices as a daily habit, epitomizes reliability and is committed to ensuring the gold standard in the quality of finished products. Today, MCPI is India's leading PTA producer with an annual capacity of 1.27 million tons. As a trusted supplier across India, MCPI's operational excellence is evident in supply chain efficiency, consistently exceeding customer expectations. Guided by TCG, MCPI is realizing its vision to become a sustainable leader in the PTA polyester downstream segment. The acquisition of Garden Silk Mills Private Limited in February 2021 represents a strategic forward integration by MCPI, expanding its presence in the downstream polyester value chain. Under its iconic brand, Garden Varelli, MCPI is bringing its legacy into consumer households, adding value to fashion and textiles. The recent announcement of MCPI's joint venture with IOCL to set up a yarn manufacturing project in Bhadrak, Odisha, marks a significant milestone, propelling the company to the forefront of the polyester yarn industry. Beyond its core operations, MCPI is diversifying through innovative ventures. CarryX, a digital solution from MCPI Logistics, enables agile supply chains for smarter, faster delivery. At MCPI NutriFoods, innovation in food technology is driving the development of plant-based nutrition and dairy alternatives. Beyond business, MCPI remains a responsible corporate citizen, leaving a positive impact on society.
অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ MCPI কে আমি স্বনির্ভর হতে পেরেছি
Its robust ESG commitment to reducing emissions and preserving biodiversity reflects a holistic approach to sustainability. MCPI's commitment to its employees goes beyond the workplace. The residential accommodations in Haldia provide employees with a fulfilling and joyful family life. MCPI's culture is its greatest strength. A seamless synchronization of ideas, knowledge, and action that drives growth, grounded in a simple motto:
Empowering excellence.
empowering excellence.
Wow. Such an inspirational video. Okay, so now I will invite our MD and CEO to come to the podium to share his thought and insight on this momentous occasion. Sir, please welcome him with a round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. At Haldia, at Kolkata, Surat, and from wherever our dear colleagues are participating through the social media. Truly a memorable day today. We began our journey 25 years back, almost coinciding with the commencing of production by Haldia Petrochemical. That was on the 2nd of April. This is on the 11th of April, year 2000. The two projects were extremely important in the context of West Bengal because They are emblematic of industrial resurgence of Bengal. Bengal was the leading state in industry at the time of India's independence. For several reasons, it went on a decline and it became known for public sector undertakings. The tide was turned with the coming into operation of Haldia Petrochemical and MCPI. Haldia Petrochemical being a partnership with Dr. Chatterjee and state government and the Tatas. And this was a majority direct investment by Mitsubishi Chemical Corporation, which then was the largest integrated chemical company of Japan and was a member of the Fortune 500 group at that time. The reasons why they finally accepted Haldia as a location, I kept on asking. I remember Mr. Funada, who was the number 2 man in the Mitsubishi Chemical Corporation, MCC then. He said, Patra-san, we visited other places in the country, but this part looked more greener. So that is the commitment of the Japanese to the environment. And the second factor was that the jetty, oil jetty which was built with Japanese ODA, had the best paraxylene handling capability in the country at that point of time. Third was, basically they wanted to come into an area where there is low competitive intensity, and they wanted to really place India ahead of China, because they had a great faith in the capability of Indian textile to grow faster than that of China. Matter of record, while MCPI was up and running by April 2000, their Chinese plant at Ningbo, Shanghai came on stream in 2006 only. While Mitsubishi Chemical had many investments in China by then, but in the textile sector they were very bullish about the prospects here. It began with a lot of hope, but to cut a long story short, the PTA industry also has gone through, in my opinion, 3 phases of transformation. Number 1, which is not because of the technology or the operation of the plant, but the regulatory environment in which we operated in India. The customs duty, which was about gap between raw material and product, which was about 20%, came down because India was trying to comply with the WTO band of 10%. That is the number 1. Number 2, quite unnoticed, underlying technological changes have taken place, increasing the capacity in a single line, reducing the cost, both capital cost and operational cost and variable cost. So by 2010-11, we see a number of plants coming up in China with the new technology. Though we continue to have the very advanced den and best-in-class PTA produced by this unit, gradually developed a challenge of competitiveness because of the variable cost delta between new technology and the old technology. Luckily in India, not many new technologies have come up, but it's a globalized world. So the phase 2 was guided or driven by the coming down of the profit or the margin in the PTA business because of overcapacity in China, which may, in a way of saying, may have caused a change in the strategy of the Japanese Mitsubishi Chemical Corporation, because PTA, from a specialty chemical in the 90s, had become a commodity chemical in the recent times. And in a commodity scenario, all of you know, it is the volume which matters and the margins are very low. So the Japanese also had a strategic shift. They wanted to leverage their R&D and concentrate on more value-added licenses. So they have about 300 licenses they used to have, and now Mitsubishi Chemical, a very large group, is Mitsubishi Chemical Group. So they exited, and while exiting, they decidedly preferred Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee led the TCG because of their perception of Haldia Petrochemical, their perception of the culture of MCPI, the commonality of culture between MCPI and Haldia, the synergies that can come because of logistic operations being combined or procurement operations being combined, a common people practice, though scientifically the streams are different. PTA comes from a different stream of naphtha, and polymers and chemicals are in a different stream. So this is the third change which took place. And thereon, we have moved on from November 2016 to now, a journey of over 8 years. All of you have been an integral part of it. Today, MCPI is what it is today without the extraordinary involvement, dedication, sincerity of each and every one of you. MCPI could not have dreamt of a survival. We faced many challenges in the beginning. Number one, for the Indian national leadership and the people who were here once the Japanese exited, challenge to run a plant without continuous licensor support. That means the repository of knowledge, experience and expertise to run a complex chemical plant of this size resided only in the people who are here. I mean, people means not only the leadership, I think more importantly the people down below, people in the ground, the associates up, or our vendors, our contractors, everybody. The success is itself an indication of the dedication, sincerity, as I have said, of what people can achieve if they are aligned to a goal. The goal was to survive. The goal was also to simultaneously grow. A turning point came in 2020 February when the Government of India announced that the anti-dumping duty on PTA will be withdrawn. As a result, almost $25 from our margin got eroded. As you know, friends, we are in an adverse geographical location compared to other PTA producers in the country. Our logistic cost because of a riverine port adds about $15 a ton extra in comparison to had we been in a port city. That's only a comparison, it's not a choice. Maybe you would have saved $15. And we are in a mean distance away from the market, which is in the west and north. Sure, okay. If this situation continues now, it also tells a story. That in all these 25 years, the expected incremental investments in the downstream in the eastern region has not happened. That surely doesn't mean that it will never happen again. It will definitely happen because in India, a lot of developments are taking place, economics are changing, maybe logistic cost will be so very high that it will be always better to be near a producer. So raw material carrying and finished product carrying, they will become a very dragging factor. The cost will be there. So the economics will come up. Someday we will have freer trade with Bangladesh, and I think then Haldia will play its logical role. Not that Haldia is not playing. Haldia is already, the MCPI is already the most favored manufacturer and supplier of PTA. So I'll come back to this part later. I'll go back to the period of transition in 2016, November. My gratitude to Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee for taking a positive decision, perhaps not knowing that MCPI is capable of this high level of performance. I mean, it's quite natural. But because of several reasons, and primarily because of his commitment to improvement in Bengal, his natural alignment to the ethos of Bengal, his realization that he has to contribute to Bengal from where he has grown up. He had all his education in Narendrapur, Kharagpur, IIT. He wanted to give back at that point of time. Now we are seeing through the formation of the Crest, which maybe almost 1/3 of his entire wealth is going into creating world-class research facilities in advanced areas like quantum computing, neural science, battery research, artificial intelligence, and what have you. That commitment, that compassion, that empathy was the foundation on which MCPI reimagined its journey. What have we achieved after the transformation? What we have achieved is clearly visible in the data or the record. Consistently high level of production, maintaining good quality like ever before, if not even improving, ability to serve different markets of India, West and North, the PET, the PET film, and the yarn producers, and maintaining a customer service satisfaction level, which in my opinion, maybe I'm a little biased, definitely better than the competitors and the best maybe in the industry. Which is what I think our people learned from the Japanese. How that has been done? Because the small number of people who are in the marketing sales were definitely bred properly under the Japanese philosophy of customer first. But they practiced it every day. Back into the production. How did the production team, without the technological support of the people who are operating the plant, and huge support coming from Japan, the Kurosaki, the PTA backup, the licensor backup, how they managed this challenge? Only because they helped each other. Only because they collaborated very well. Only because the teamwork was excellent. Only because the alignment to the goal was near perfect. Whenever I tell somebody, they find it difficult to understand that overnight the number 2 leadership of the manufacturing setup became number 1, leading all the functions. I am not belittling the contribution of other support services of this company. But manufacturing is where the story starts. That's where the value is created. Value is realized by marketing and sales. And all others are support functions, and this is what we all realize. It's not that there were not issues, there are still issues of reliability, improvement, but this is philosophy of Kaizen, continuous improvement, ability to be self-critical, ability to identify problems, ability to put minds together in finding out a solution, ability to involve the entire cascading down leadership and the people workforce at the ground. Of course, they say in life, the best knows no bounds. Every time people say better than the best, it sounds a little philosophical, but that's how life is. What you have done yesterday, you've got to do better today. So, and in every sphere. So that challenge continues. The focus on quality, I have already said. The focus on environment, social, governance, maintaining the highest standard of compliance in environment, health and safety management. And the overriding commitment to safety. Possibly, on this day I may be allowed to be going overboard. I don't know for a chemical plant if anywhere we have heard of near 3,000 days of no reportable accident for the permanent employees. We've had small incidents for the vendor and contractual employees, but I'm so happy, so grateful to the people at the plant for taking up each and every act of non-compliance seriously so that the number of incidents have come down. I think the experts would say if there are 100 non-compliance or safety violations noticed, you are able to save maybe one or two major instances. They are very well known to all of you. May I take the liberty of even saying that our safety record as per the record shows a lot of improvement post-takeover. I know we are very quiet people, we don't want to beat our own drum, but facts are facts. I mentioned this to Chikumoto-san. All of you might be knowing Manabu Chikumoto-san, who was our managing director, who had a great role in the transfer of management to TCG. Mainly out of his commitment that this employment to 1,200 people continues. He has now become number one in the Mitsubishi Chemical Group. He is the president and the CEO. And he has come all the way to spend a few hours with the senior people at Kolkata. He has been extremely happy. He is a very dear friend of mine. Calls me his elder brother, and I treat him as one, younger. That's a kind of bonding I think all of you have with the Japanese. We are very happy that Mr. Chikumoto is the MD, and we have Fukuda-san as the chairman of the board. Fukuda-san once upon a time was a plant head here. Now I will come to the most important part of our success. Chairman has already said in a succinct manner, very briefly. I think it is our people and it's our people management. The inherent belief of the management in the principles of equality, principles of inclusivity, non-exclusive, and the principles of horizontality, non-hierarchical. That are the cornerstone of our people philosophy. We have tried this. The contributing factors, of course, begin with the quality of the people who are with us, their commitment to deliver, their commitment to work together, their commitment, as they say, to reduce noise levels in any organization. Noise level is exemplified by the plurality of opinion, differences of opinion. Because the accuracy of thinking, the accuracy or alignment of the goals is higher. When the accuracy and alignment of the people to the goal and objective of the function, of the company, of the group goes up, the noise, discordant noise comes down. This is a process that I am very happy to perceive in MCPI. Very silently, almost like a revolution, it has happened. Absolutely symbolized by the learning and development journey that we've had till today and the IDP journey that we've had till today. In my opinion, they've had major impact on creating an environment that allows for growth of the individual. Because our philosophy is, it is the individual who is at the center of any HR intervention. It is the realization that HR and the management lay a lot of emphasis and give priority to the talent development of the professional or the worker who is with us. It is the same progression from knowledge to skill, skill to competency, and competency to performance. In a way, what maybe authors say about organization, it's a trinity. The three parts are the strategy, the people, and the performance. Linking these three is a conceptual framework for thinking and evolving the HR policies. HR policies are not merely black and white on the paper. As some wise man had said, philosophers in history have always tried to interpret the world, try to give a version of their truth, try to give what the world should become. But the challenge is how to change the world. It's all right to have a philosophy, it's all right to have a policy, but one must get on. One must start applying. One must have a basic understanding of how things change. I know part of your culture in MCPI is the management of change. Maybe in our internal meetings and communications, I have many, many times said how to see change. There is a theory E of change, the economic theory of change. You can do certain things to improve the balance sheet in 1 year. Maybe reduction of manpower or selling of assets, but they are one time. The economic theory of change is a very short-lived goal. The theory O, change of the organization, is a sustainable one. In fact, very humbly I would like to say, MCPI has followed the theory O of change. The entire learning and development, as I said, we are inclusive, we want to cover, and we have covered everybody. In the talent development program, Talent First, Chairman has spoken about it in his video. He's really effusive in his praise of this program. And I'll come to the MCPI 4.0 after this. In fact, the other day he called me and said that, DP, maybe we got to replicate this in a couple of other places. We will go about it. But I'm happy that he has recognized the efforts we have made, and last time he visited the plant, he was absolutely blown by in his own words. His mind was blown in the kind of delivery, and also people giving a validation for the L&D program, and that has stayed. And now when he was giving the speech, it got reinforced. So all of you know there are two parts to our learning and development. One is the individual development plan. As I said, the central theme is the individual's development. Competencies, behavioral, company-wide, functional, all of you have done a wonderful job. I think we are already through with 4 competencies now, or in the process of rolling out a more complicated functional competency. But there are non-IDP inputs also, where we have taken everybody through a leadership development, managerial development, and executive development program. That was because we realized that if we want to become a company that will sustain over decades to come, it is essential to take the present lot of people through a journey for them to understand in generic sense what a leader has to do, what a manager has to do, what an executive has to do. But my personal realization was, we as a management never had a time what is expected of an executive. So I always think, if I have not told to my subordinate what I expect of him or her, I have no right to criticize. So this part, I think, everybody has to see. With everybody who is managing people, that is how the culture is reinforced. I'll come back to the culture bit a little later. The LDP, MDP and Executive Development Program which we had will be repeated again, and the IDP journey will continue. The format in which 3 E's, experience, exposure, experience 70%, exposure 20%, 10% is reading, education. This 70-20-10 formula or the combination is actually product of a lot of research. Research on how do people learn, and how do people learn in a manner that they retain, and how that knowledge translates into action. So it is true, and all of you will realize, experience is the number one teacher. Though we all know some people learn while reading, some people learn while speaking, some people learn while interacting in many other modes. But if you are into a subject and you experience that and you apply into the work atmosphere, you learn the best. Exposure is what you experience, you share it with your colleagues or cross-functional team or anywhere. I've also said sometime in the back in our internal meetings, imagine learning when even paper was not invented. How would people learn? There was no light, there was nothing. Men were very civilized, they had a society. Obviously everybody will gather around a tree or a garden in the night. But how will knowledge pass? When people share their experiences, then the knowledge passes. So this is social learning part. In fact, I relate the social learning aspect which happened over thousands of years till all the modern methods of learning, which is now driven by technology. The 3 E's will continue to be the guiding principles of our career development. The IDPs will contribute to the data that everybody, relating to everybody in the CDPSP module will be there so that they participate in this process of development. They are a stakeholder because they are the center. So HR's obligation and duty is to co-create the path of development for the individual. HR has a very onerous role. HR is a conscience keeper of this journey. This important journey for each and every individual to learn. There have been some people who have told me, why are you spending so much of time in learning and development? Because you train them and they leave for other places. The catch answer given by some other people that I repeat, will the situation be any better if you don't train them? Maybe it will be worse. Yeah, when we began this journey, I used to say, repeat a catchphrase, train them so well that they can be employed elsewhere, and treat them so well that they will not leave. We truly believe in that. It is a duty of the company to first provide an environment of learning. Provide all the enablers for creating a learning environment. Provide opportunities. Invest in time and energy to improve the quality of the individual. Because it is people who run the business. I'll come to the people theory a little later. So friends, very largely, the journey that we started with winds of change in 2019 got slightly dislocated by the 3 years of COVID. Then we restarted with our IDP program. I think is the initial platform on which the reimagination of culture of MCPI was built. Yeah. Another complementary program which originates on my learning in 2018 when I for the first time read about the fourth industrial revolution. Industry 4.0, which I call 4.0 because of the technological content in it. I remember it was a study by Gartner, the famous company which is in the IT space, hardware and software tracking. They do almost the #1 magazine in the IT side. They talked about the components of the fourth industrial revolution. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. Then you have 3D printing and many, many other things, blockchain and others. But these are technologies. But how this technology is helping manufacturing? Improving connectivity through the satellite. Because normally we are used to RFID, local area network, or maybe internal communication and all that. But each and every communication is coming via satellite back. It's the internet. That enhances the ability of instruments attached to this IIoT to be able to give real-time information, which is very critical for operations. This development, which happened in 2011 when Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, announced 4.0, 4.0, while in America they were talking about smart factories, while German manufacturers had already linked up manufacturing order by customer through internet coming to the manufacturing setup and through a complicated RFID system tracking customer preferences and the assembly line being synchronized according to the customer's demand and delivery through the web-based solution. Already happening in 11-12. Volkswagen was the leader. When the Chancellor of Germany took this lead, in 5 years' time, all the German majors came up with considerable improvements. We may have noticed, all of you may have noticed, may not have noticed. This is where this SAP goes from ECC to SAP S/4HANA, more intelligent system, more diverse system, more customer friendly. It combines an ERP, a CRM, a supply chain management, and interoperability between many instruments, not only a desktop or a laptop, a mobile and other connectivities can come in. Added on Ariba as a procurement software, SuccessFactors as a people management software. I don't think there is any better software than that, software tool than that to manage people. All those were very good. I think I can cite many examples how this impacted industry. Only one example I always like to give. In the let's say turn of the century, in the S&P Standard & Poor Top 500 or Fortune 500, if the residency time was almost, if one company entered that league, let's say it was almost 2 decade plus residence. While it came to 2016, the list was changing every 2 or 3 months. So what was changing? What was causing this change? In the back end, the change and advancement of technology. It happened silently. The way your BlackBerry was out, the way your local, Nokia was out, the way so many things. The compact disc went away, digital drive went away, everything went away, and then all have been changing, and now it's changing even faster. Streaming videos came in from your telecast to UTT media. We think it's very natural because we don't see the change in when you look back what it was and to what it is now, you will see this enormous change that has impacted. Why this long story to establish the importance of technology? It has an impact on the individual, which I began saying in the Winds of Change in 2019. The requirement for each and every individual is to upskill. Second requirement is to increase knowledge about these changes that is happening. Upskilling, increase knowledge about developments will give them capability or dexterity to deal with newer IT environments or newer technological solutions which are impacting the way we do business, the way we do our manufacturing. That will strengthen the professional core competency of each and every person, irrespective of which place in the ladder he or she is. To survive in a disruptive world, disruption is not only technological. very largely technological, but it's now geopolitics. I don't want to waste your time by talking about geopolitics. It's so important, everybody is learning. When I come back to the company's performance, I'll briefly talk about it. So this overriding theme was the urgency and the need for the individual to focus on changes and reimagine his capability so that he or she remains competitive. There are two objectives we have simultaneously. One is to inform or educate the employee about these changes. Not that they don't know, they know everything. But as a company, we also have an obligation. Lest somebody was so busy otherwise in social matters that is not able to follow these changes. Second is to provide an environment and opportunity for them to develop. But this transitions into another critical program of MCPI, the MCPI 4.0, which was a response to the removal of the anti-dumping duty. Overnight, $25 margin went away. We were already facing more challenges in procuring paraxylene. There was some destabilization in the market. PTA crude prices went up and down in the financial year 1920. So 20 April we launched this program with a target. We said at that point of time a big, hairy, audacious goal, BHAG, an acronym which emerges out of the Harvard Strategical Studies. So we were also very ambitious, very aspirational, maybe very extra ambitious maybe. We thought our top line will go to 25,000 crore, we will have a $30 reduction in the variable cost and so on, which we'll come to it later on. So, but the urgency was, number one step was, since $25 of margin went away, how to recover and how much to recover. What followed, friends, all of you are part of it. I am from a helicopter view. I am from a macro view. You people have lived through it. You people have lived through it day in and day out. You people have created this culture as a part of your work, as a part of your commitment. Then the figures were added, and I was informed that 733 micro projects have been really put on record, and they have been tracked over 5 years. It's the most incredible thing that one could have imagined. It enormously contributed to strengthening teamwork and strengthening cross-functional collaboration. It sharpened the focus of each and every person on the technical and the commercial aspects of our function. How unit consumption has an impact on the economic viability. How ability to change that, reduce that, creates more value for the company. This massive scale of a program, where all of you know where in the functional groups, which will be explained by the team later on, more than half the managerial cadre was involved throughout the 5 years' time. And I trust they may have taken our associate friends through the same process, because a similar process was initiated in 2012 and 13, but yeah, there was a pause because of other priorities by the Japanese. But this time we really all together made it a absolutely top priority of the company kept on pursuing so that it came to a kind of a conclusion for 5 years. So this Silver Jubilee celebration coincides with the completion of the first 5 years of the program. What Chairman has said, what he and I we keep on discussing, the entire philosophy of culture and why culture is so important. We have discussed, I have said many times, we have discussed about excellence. And I think by now we have internalized the import, the meaning of what wise man Aristotle said 2,500 years back. We are what we repeatedly do. Obviously, man is recognized by what he repeatedly does, not by what he thinks. Excellence, therefore, I say, it's actually the thing is then, excellence then is not an act, not a single act, but a habit. So it applies to the rolling out of our reimagination, rejuvenation, reformation, whatever plan that we have for the people, and people create the value. And this excellence part also has a link to the L&D program's cornerstone, a transition from knowledge to skill, skill to competency, competence to performance. Performance depends upon how you turn a learning into a habit on an everyday basis. So link it again to, you may have great philosophies, you may have great ideas about what MCPI should be after 5 years, but unless you know how to change MCPIs of today and reach that goal, nothing will happen. So what matters, however, is to change it. Together with the L&D and IDP program and the MCPI 4.0 5 years, I think it was designed exclusively, but it became symbiotic. The net result is we have a culture, in my humble opinion, which is already transformed to the next level. We started our journey after separation from Mitsubishi Chemical in 2017. Very soon, our tagline was pursuing excellence. 8 years later, I am very happy to say, nearly 8 years later, that now we are into the next phase of empowering excellence. This is a long story, very connected to each other, very organic in nature, and has scientific bias because it is rooted in reality. When we talk about excellence and what we are creating about a culture, in culture all of us realize the culture is a set of shared values. Culture is a pervasive one. It starts from the top and up to the bottom. Everybody agrees with it. It has to be enduring. It has to grow out of the set of one leadership to the other leadership. But the culture carries on. If it is not enduring, the culture is meaningless, unsustainable. And it is implicit. Culture is nothing to be worn on a lapel card or a jacket. Culture has to be lived. innately believed by people and lived in every day. So whenever people talk about MCPI employees, automatically a relation to the culture comes in, which internally our people have recognized MCPI is a great place for learning culture. And I think outside recognition, those who have interacted with us, they have recognized this value. So, in the culture transformation, we have, through our acts, lived a caring atmosphere, environment. As far as possible that a management can do to look after people, that's the kind of caring culture that we have. So going forward, our progression will be caring and learning culture. Along with caring will come the purpose, because doing business is all right, developing individuals is all right. What binds companies together is, what is the ultimate goal? Sorry, ultimate objective. Since we have Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, the chairman, a technocrat, a thought leader, an absolutely brilliant mind, always alert, and for every act of his, he puts a lot of thought behind it. And his now big priority to CREST, Center for Research and Education, Science and Technology. So MCPI's purpose will be to contributing to that purpose. Very natural. If it is a learning organization, we should contribute whatever we can to the process which will be enhancing the center's sweep and scope by whatever little we can do. That's an overriding purpose. There is also other purposes that we can think of. What I'm trying to say is business is always well done if you have an overriding purpose. Learning, along with that, of course, results. Any company has to bother about results, has to be focused on results. So learning is already established, result-oriented. Obviously, I think all of us, through the journey of this nearly 8 years, proven that, MCPI is very sensitive to the ability, to the capability of our peoples and to produce results. So this culture part will become more and more continuing. I have a feeling that we are ready to go to the next step, evolve our culture one more. My dream will be a company, an organization which will recognize differences between individuals, not break them. That is rhyming with the inclusive philosophy. Recognizing differences and nurturing them. A company which will, or an organization which will respect information and not manipulate information. Free flow of information. So that information does not have a spin. If the information while traveling up and down or horizontally, if there is a spin, the culture cannot be long lasting. There are many other points. These two are very important going forward. We will have to spend a lot of time on that. Now, friends, I will try and now go on to the strategic vision of MCPI. Again, I have to refer to Dr. Chatterjee's guidance. As early as in 2017, he said, let us try and see what we can do in the downstream segment. In fact, the garden silk idea was mooted by him in Mumbai, when he took lead and went and met the chairman of the Union Bank of India. Of course, after that I supported, our entire team supported. It was a great journey for all of us. Learned a lot from the NCLT process, dealing with the banks and transition of management. We are extremely happy and proud that Garden Silk Mills is with us. I am grateful to all the people in Garden Silk Mills for having persevered with us, for being very patient, allowing us to learn. I can proudly say today, our people who are there and we have learned the way garden does business. And garden is only symbolic. It is the entire gamut of the downstream business we have learned. And in a way, what we are going to do from now on is to leverage that learning into other businesses in the expanded area, organically from the downstream of yarn to other places, like in Odisha, IOCL chairman mentioned in his brief speech, message to you. We will be replicating that. We will be doing some expansion projects in the Jolwa factory of Garden Silk Mills. But an important transition will take place in Jolwa. Again, chairman has referred to the B2C initiative of the fabrics division, the Garden Variety brand. Take it to its logical conclusion, the potential to be harnessed. We have a new management there, a CEO, and a lot of things are happening which mandated by Dr. Chatterjee, and he has already referred that there will be very remarkable growth in that B2C segment. We are also inorganically thinking of and already put in place 2 subsidiaries are made in the Nutri-Food segment and in the digitally enabled logistics segment. Those will be priority areas because strategically we have debated a number of times on the uncertainties in the business parlance because of global shifts, geopolitical shifts, the current trade war, the destabilization caused by Russian attack on Ukraine in February 2022, how we suffered. That is a fact. 15% of the crude oil and gas went out of circulation because of sanctions against Russia. That created this instability. There was a sharp rise in crude prices, there was a fall, and then there was mayhem. The energy, coal prices went up, gardens suffered very badly. In a supply chain driven, linked world, globalized world, all these things are possible. I think for the company to run properly, these strategic inputs need to be internalized and the strategy has to be debated in that context. It is a forward integration of the chains and also diversification which are a result of these discussions, and actually again Dr. Chatterjee has contributed maximum to this process of thinking or learned from us and then tried to suggest a few ideas, then we have tried to arrive at a guideline. Friends, today we have a situation which can potentially set us back very badly. I briefly mentioned about the overcapacity of PTA in China and the non-tariff barriers which are there as available to our protection may not be long-lasting. It may go away. We still don't have Paraxylene in long-term supply. It will continue to be a bigger challenge. And we do have this target of growing in the downstream to an extent, let's say about 70% of what we produce today, to be able to set up another new plant with a much more efficient and better capacity. Quality-wise, of course, this will continue to be the best. So all those targets will have to be simultaneously pursued, all those objectives. That is the agility of strategy that Dr. Chatterjee was talking about. Our strategy has to be absolutely agile to respond to it. Similarly, the challenges at Garden Silk Mill. What we have realized, what CEO Mr. Banerjee and his team have realized, that the yarns, synthetic yarns that we see today as bulk yarns have become almost commoditized. Now you have a choice whether to have more volume in that segment or to go up the value chain. Garden has done very good job in scaling up in cationic yarn, in mother yarn, bi-shrinkage yarn, and the journey continues. R&D will become a bigger focus so that they go into specialty yarn more and more. So they leverage their proximity to the Surat textile market and leverage the manufacturing knowledge of Bareilly to be able to produce better yarns for better fabrics. So the challenge is for Garden Bareilly to read the fashion. Fashion is undergoing a more than fashionable or very aggressive change in ways of doing business because people preferences are also changing because of social media. I will try to establish this point while talking to somebody that we wanted to recruit in Bareilly. He said his 10-year-old son is so conscious. I said, Daddy, please change my wardrobe. It's already 3 months old. My full wardrobe. And this is emblematic of the expectation of people that affordable apparel, affordable fabric with better design will come in and the trend will catch on. So both our yarn unit and the fabric unit has to concentrate on how to get a direct feel of this consumer preferences going. Because in comparison to the competition, you got to be one step ahead. You have to compete with all the established businesses. I'm not taking the names. I think Mr. Mahendra Singh Bhaduria, who's recently joined as CEO of Bareilly, and his emerging team is very much clued in this area. We have realized that consumer-facing businesses need different managerial capability to be able to do business relevantly. So I was talking about strategy and the agility required. The culture which has to be shared, pervasive, enduring, and implicit. The focus on L&D as an individual development, as a development of the entire organization. The focus on the phase 2 of the MCPI 4.0, trying to find out more that can be done. How we can focus on analogous initiatives which may have not been in the frame in the phase 1, I think 3 months' time has been given. All this will make MCPI stronger. And MCPI has to become much more stronger because of all the global challenges which is coming up, which is affecting us. Why it is so critical for MCPI to be strong is MCPI is the holding company around which the subsidiaries are growing. It's like a large tree on which the plants are growing as saprophytes. We don't want parasites, we need saprophytes to grow. But the tree has to be strong. We cannot imagine our group without the success of MCPI, the manufacturing plant, the manufacturing PT. So whole lot of ideation is necessary how to continue to be relevant in this. So I spoke this long in English because we have become multilocational now. I'll try and speak a few words in Bengali for my associate and all stakeholder friends at Haldia. বন্ধুগণ, এতক্ষণ যে বাংলায় বলতে পারেনি আপনারা হয়তো ভাবছেন যে গত মিটিংগুলোতে, গত এরকম অ্যানুয়াল ডে মিটিংগুলোতে আমি বাংলায় বলেছিলাম। আমি বাংলায় বলার আগে আমাদের সঙ্গে যারা সুরটে আছেন, গার্ডেন সিল্ক মিল, বরেলি সব নিয়ে, ওদের জন্য এমসিপিআর কি তাৎপর্যতা এটা বোঝাচ্ছিলাম। কিন্তু আপনাদেরকে আমি অভিনন্দন জানাচ্ছি 25 বছর পূর্তির জন্য। আজকে যে এমসিপিআই যেখানে দাঁড়িয়েছে আপনাদের জন্যই মেজরিটি কন্ট্রিবিউশন। ইতিমধ্যে আমাদের 80 জন 25 বছর অ্যাওয়ার্ড, লং সার্ভিস অ্যাওয়ার্ড পেয়েছে। অ্যান্ড চেয়ারম্যানের সঙ্গে যখন আমার কথা হয়, উনি কিন্তু এটা কথা রিপিট করে বলেন যে এমসিপিআইয়ের উদাহরণ হচ্ছে স্ট্রং অ্যাসোসিয়েট কাডার, এটা কোম্পানির পক্ষে প্রচণ্ড বেনিফিশিয়াল হতে পারে। কেন কি ওরা হচ্ছে সবচেয়ে মেশিনের কাছে। ফার্স্ট লাইন অফ ডিফেন্স ইজ উইথ দ্য মেশিন, with the equipment. And they are the bulwark. And যৌথভাবে আমাদের সিনিয়র এক্সিকিউটিভরা, অ্যাসোসিয়েটরা মিলে যা এমসিপিআইতে করতে পেরেছেন, যে অ্যাচিভমেন্ট, এর তুলনা নেই। আপনারা ভাববেন যে আমরা বাইরে জগতে এসব বলি না কেন। ডক্টর চ্যাটার্জির নিজের পার্সোনালিটি, আমারও বিশ্বাস যে বাইরে নাম করে আমার ভেতরে তো কোনো সাহায্য হয় না। আমরা কাজ করলেই লোকেরা কথা বলবে ভালো কথা, আমরা নিজে পায়ে দাঁড়ালেই লোকেরা দুটো ভালো কথা বলবে না। আমরা যদি নিজেদের ব্যাপারে আরও বাইরে বেশি বলি, বেশি কমিটমেন্ট হয়ে গেলে বেশি ক্রিটিসিজমও শুনতে হবে। কোনোভাবে কিন্তু আমার কোনো বাড়তি মার্জিন ইমপ্রুভমেন্ট হবে না, প্রফিটও হবে না। তবুও মাঝে মধ্যে মনে হয় যে এত বড় কর্মকাণ্ডের মধ্যে যে জিনিসটি আপনারা করতে পারলেন, আমাদের জাপানিজ সাহেবদেরকে যেতে হয়েছিল, চলে গেলেন, তারপরে যেভাবে ম্যানেজ করা হলো, এর কোনো তুলনা নেই। এই 25 বছর পূর্তি সিলভার জুবলির মধ্যে সবাইকে আমার ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। আশা করি যে আগামী দিনে আরও কর্মনিষ্ঠার প্রতিশ্রুতি দেবেন। আমাদের অ্যাসোসিয়েট লেভেলদের লার্নিং অ্যান্ড ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রাম ইভলভ শুরু হয়েছে, ওকেও আরও সুদৃঢ় করব। আরও অনেক অর্গানাইজেশন ডেভেলপমেন্ট কাজও হবে। I come back to the last of my speech. Friends, it's a very nostalgic journey. This silver jubilee will turn into golden jubilee 25 years later. I'll certainly not be there, and many of us will not be there. What I want is MCPI culture to continue. Sorry. Got very emotional. And this is what we will work towards. This is what we will try and involve everyone who is with us. And that is the lasting impact on life. The lives of people who work for here, their families, and the future. Here is to a future, golden future for MCPI. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your speech, as usual, have touched our heart, and it's a pleasure for us to hear you speak. Thank you so much. With that, friends, we will move to our next event, which is MCPI 4.0, award ceremony. For this, I will request our strategic initiative team, Mr. Gautam Kaur, Ms. Damayanti Sen, and Ms. Suchishmita Bhattacharya to come and take it forward. Please.
Good morning, everyone. Goan Zeni. On behalf of the project management team of MCPI 4.0, it gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this celebration that deeply recognizes projects that have been transformational in our journey of excellence. As respected MD Sir said, since the inception of MCPI 4.0, you have seen the culmination of 733 projects, from which we were able to shortlist 130 projects in the first cut and then 33 projects in the next cut with the help of our HODs and leaders. Well, few of those projects will be awarded today, but what we should remember is each of those 733 projects have marked a difference in the way of MCPI, in the MCPI way of life. And they have contributed in their own way and helped the organization stride forward with bolder and smarter steps. And of course, it was only possible with your participation, and we have to say this, it was only possible with our respected MD and CEO Sir's constant encouragement to the PGs and sub-PGs for their incessant contribution for the last 5 years. On that note, let us watch a small video that talks about your journey, our journey, since 2020. I would request the console to play the video, please.
Adopting digital technologies under the aegis of Fourth Industrial Revolution began the organization-wide program of MCPI 4.0. In 2020, with the removal of the anti-dumping duty, MCPI faced a turning point. Rising costs, global competition, and shifting market dynamics demanded a bold strategy. Challenges in location, high demurrage due to port congestion, and the disadvantage of being distant from key markets, along with emerging new technology operators and volatile input prices, necessitated a radical transformation. To tackle these challenges, using smart tools of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, MCPI 4.0 program was intelligently crafted in April 2020. Its mission: to achieve digital dexterity and operational agility, thereby enhancing profitability and efficiency across the board. Through MCPI 4.0, benefits like margin improvement, cost reduction, talent enrichment, and reliability enhancement were all envisaged with the major focus on the recovery of the anti-dumping duty of $25. The program is built on 5 core pillars: increasing top-line growth through strategic mergers and acquisitions, reducing the per-ton cost of PTA by targeting a $30 reduction, engaging our people via the People First policy, enhancing plant reliability, and ensuring safe operations alongside strong ESG practices. MCPI 4.0 employs a consultative and participative approach. Over 63% of the organization's workforce, spanning 19 departments, actively contribute through departmental performance enhancement groups and subgroups, ensuring every idea is nurtured and every bottleneck addressed. Since its inception, 733 micro projects have been executed, each driving cost optimization, efficiency enhancements, and talent enrichment. These projects are rigorously tracked by our dedicated project management team through regular working committee, cross-functional, and corporate meetings. Cost savings are meticulously vetted. Sustainable and opportunistic savings are validated using baselines derived from past 3 years' historical data and evolving yearly budgets. To date, $4 per ton was recovered via cost reduction and $15 per ton through margin improvement, totaling $19 per ton, narrowing the $25 gap. The nature of the numerous micro projects includes unit consumption reduction, operation and maintenance cost reduction, process improvement, and net margin improvement. MCPI 4.0 is now deeply embedded in the organizational culture, fostering teamwork, transparency, cross-functional collaboration, continuous improvement, and a shared sense of purpose. As MCPI 4.0 completes 5 successful years, a new chapter begins, driven by fresh strategies, dynamic teams, and a commitment to sustained excellence. MCPI 4.0 is more than a program. It is a mindset, a movement, and a model for continuous transformation.
Thank you for watching. I hope all of us could relate to that because we have been part of it for the last 5 years. So without further ado, let us commence with the award distribution ceremony. Before we start, we are giving away awards to each of the years since 2020 to 2024 to the PGs and sub-PGs of the projects who have worked directly. However, the contributions by the cross-functional team members cannot go unnoticed. They will also be receiving their prizes and certificates soon. I would like to request respected MD and CEO sir to come forward and hand over the prizes. As I call out your names, please come forward and receive them. So let us take a look at the nominations for the year 2020. To start with, we have grid power cost optimization from utility, shipment via coastal mode to reduce overall freight cost from marketing, modification in the control range of delta Y and chromium content of finished product, quality assurance team, life improvement of equipment M1842, 2H6962, 2P2211 ABCD and 2T2751 from the mechanical department, SAP enhancements by information systems, and netback improvement from marketing. I will start with the second runner-up position. In the second runner-up position, we have the project Life Improvement of Equipments M1842, 2H6962, 2P2211 ABCD and 2T2751. So let me call upon Mr. Prashant Kumar Ganguly, Mr. Kaushik Pal, Mr. Kalyan Ghosh and Mr. Obhijit Biswas to receive the award. The team demonstrated outstanding capabilities through strengthening the center plate, DP, PTA, second decanter, bowl, etc., hence reducing maintenance costs substantially. Thank you very much, the mechanical team. In the second runner-up position, we have another winner. And that is modification in the control range of delta Y and chromium content of finished product from the quality assurance team. Mr. Shormila Sen and Mr. Gauhari Pramanik, please come forward to receive your award. Now the first runner-up position. It goes to grid power cost optimization by the utility team. Mr. Shorojit Bera and Mr. Shodhapriyo Rai Chaudhary, please come forward to receive your award. The team preemptively brainstormed ideas to optimize grid power unit costs by controlling demand charge and load factor. Please come forward and receive your award, sir. Thank you. And now, the winner for 2020. It goes to Netback Improvement, the marketing team. Please come forward, Mr. Dhrubojyoti Chatterjee, Mr. Shibobrata Sinha, Mr. Pran Kumar Das, and Mr. Deepak Kumar Bagh to collect your prizes. Here we have to mention the cross-functional team members, Mr. Mushtaq Ahmed Khan and Mr. Patho Shatra's contribution as well. You'll be receiving your awards soon, sir. Thank you very much. Congratulations to all the winners. That was the year 2020, the first one. Now let's move on to 2021 and let's take a look at the nominations for the year 2021. The first nomination, reduction of methanol consumption, process DP and HP, demurrage reduction of acetic acid vessel, in-plant logistics, improvement in spent palladium carbon catalyst shipment, logistics raw material, reduction in sampling frequency, quality inspection, industrial water consumption minimization, utility, indigenous development of bell filter B tray replacement, CTA, PTA dryer overhauling and ECT service, HPDP plant and AG 1736 and 2AG 1321 bottom bearing sleeve from mechanical, implementation of ultrasound analysis for condition monitoring of equipment electrical, and crisis management 2PV 1931B actuator rebuild using spare and old parts of 2 existing actuators from the instrumentation department. So those were the nominations. We'll move on to the awards for 2021. In the second runner-up position, we have the project reduction in sampling frequency from the QI team. I would like to call upon Mr. Madhusudan Pradhan, Mr. Mohadev Bera, Mr. Amitabo Odhikari, Mr. Lal Mohan Panda, and Mr. Anirban Odhikari to come and receive their awards. Thank you very much. In the second runner-up position, we have another project, and that is optimization of industrial water consumption from the utility team. So let me call upon Mr. Shaudapriya Rai Chaudhary, Mr. Pranab Sinha Mahapatro, Mr. Shailendra Kumar Yadav, and Mr. Shujoy Haldar to collect the awards. Thank you very much. We move on to the first runner-up position, and that goes to reduction of methanol consumption, process DP and HP. Let me call upon Mr. Jayakumar Parasuraman, Mr. Durga Madhav Panigrahi, Mr. Devgopal Maiti, Mr. Shukhen Das, Mr. Shomiran Chatterjee, and Mr. Pinaki Haldar to collect the award. Thank you very much. Now, the winner for the year 2021-22. It goes to the project Implementation of Ultrasound Analysis for Condition Monitoring of Equipments from the Electrical Department. Let me call upon Mr. Shumit Shaha to collect his award. Thank you very much. That was the year 2021. So we completed 2 out of 5. Now moving on to 2022. Let us take a look at the nominations. The nominations are reduction of acetic acid consumption, process DP and HP, reduction of LSHS consumption, process DP, revalidation of expired materials and further usage in plant logistics, plant power consumption minimization utility, condition-based maintenance through online and offline analysis of vibration and lubrication, mechanical and instrumentation jointly, rationalization of bank charges and treasury-related costs, finance, and soda ash freight reduction via coastal shipment and volume discount in purchase, raw materials, Kolkata. Those were the nominations. Now moving on to the awards for 2022. In the second runner-up position, we have the project Condition-Based Maintenance through Online and Offline Analysis of Vibration and Lubrication, Mechanical and Instrumentation Jointly. Let me call upon Mr. Prashanto Ganguly, Pothik Khara, Mr. Shondip Kundu, Mr. Shamol Maiti, Mr. Shudeep Das, Mr. Povitra Maiti, and Mr. Arindam Ghosh on stage to receive the award. We have quite a few cross-functional team members here as well. They'll be receiving their awards too. So they are Mr. Shukhen Dash, Mr. Shurajit Goswami, Mr. Shujit Mohapatro, Mr. Shondip Ghosh, Mr. Shondip Shaha, and Mr. Niladri Shekhar Das. Thank you very much, team. We move on to the first runner-up position, and it goes to the project Reduction in Plant Power Consumption by the Utility Team. So the team, you know yourself, Mr. Shadapriya Rai Chaudhary, Mr. Pranab Shina Mohapatro, Mr. Shailendra Kumar Yadav, Mr. Ambarish Roy, and Mr. Vishwajit Bhuya. Please come forward. Thank you very much. And now, the winner for 2022-23. We have actually joint winners, so I'll call out the first project that received the first prize. It's the reduction of acetic acid consumption, process DP and HP. Please, Mr. Shukhen Das and Mr. Arindam Mitro, come on stage to receive your award. We do have cross-functional members here as well, Mr. Ajoy Mojumdar from Mechanical and Mr. Indrajit Ghosh from Planning and Coordination. Your contributions will also not go unnoticed, sir. Thank you so much. The joint winner in this category is reduction of LSHS consumption, process DP. Mr. Jayakumar Parasuraman, Mr. Devgopal Maiti, Mr. Ranojoy Mitro, Mr. Protoy Chakraborty, and Mr. Indrajit Ghosh. Please come forward to receive your awards, sir. Thank you so much. So we've completed 3 out of our 5 years, and now we'll move on to the year 2023. So let us take a look at the nominations for the year 2023. The nominations are CHH connection with HP and DP hot oil heater, process DP and HP, water recycle plant to reuse DMF and ACF backwash water, project and TDD team, unit performance improvement of utilities, utility team, rainwater harvesting, health, safety and environment, DP transformer health assessment and way forward from the electrical team, and price discovery approach from the procurement team. Those were the nominations. So let us move on to the awards. In the second runner-up position, we have the project CHH connection with HP and DP hot oil heater, process DP and HP. I would once again like to call upon Mr. Jaikumar Parasuraman, Mr. Durga Madhav Panigrahi, Mr. Utpal Kumar Majhi, Mr. Shukhen Das, and Mr. Ronojoy Mitro to collect their awards. We have a very long list of cross-functional team members here. Mr. Shudip Odhikari from HSC, Mr. Shailendra Kumar Yadav, Utility, Mr. Srikanto Ghoshal, Logistics, Mr. Amitabh Odhikari, QI, Ms. Shormila Sen, QA, Mr. Shakil Ansari Khan, Mechanical, Mr. Shubham Pal, Electrical, Mr. Shondip Ghosh, Civil, Mr. Kaushik Dotto, Marketing, Mr. Chandan Kanti Chattopadhyay, INRS, Mr. Onkur Bikash Maiti, Procurement, Mr. Pinaki Haldar, Planning and Coordination, Mr. Mushtaq Ahmed Khan, Marketing, Mr. Anand Verma from Administration, and Mr. Shudhanshu Shekhar Panigrahi from the Project and TDD team. Thank you so much, team. Moving on to the first runner-up, we have joint candidates here, and the first project to have received the first runner-up position is unit performance improvement of utilities from the utility team once again. So Mr. Shodapriya Roy Chaudhary, Mr. Pranab Sinha Mohapatra, Mr. Shailendra Kumar Yadav, Mr. Shujoy Haldar, Mr. Ambarish Roy, and Mr. Shorojit Bera, please come forward to receive your award. The cross-functional team member here is Mr. Arindam Ghosh from Mechanical Department. Thank you so much, team. The other project to have received the first runner-up award is Price Discovery Approach in Procurement Process from the Procurement Department. So let me call upon Mr. Nobindu Das Gupta, Mr. Obirup Shorkar, Mr. Shotojit Raut, Ms. Anu Sani, Mr. Shubir De Shorkar, Mr. Shomo Maiti, Mr. Shoikot Pal, Mr. Ankur Bikash Maiti, Mr. Bhaskar Mondol, Mr. Amit Matia, Mr. Abhishek Raj, Ms. Nibedita Datta, and Mr. Aditya Achar to come and receive your awards. Thank you so much, the procurement team. And finally, the winner of the year 2023. It goes to the project Water Recycle Plant to Reuse DMF and ACF Backwash Water Project and TDD team. I would request Mr. Shudhanshu Sekhar Panigrahi to come and receive his award. We have quite a few CFT members for this particular project. Mr. Orindam Ghosh, Mechanical, Mr. Shoumen Rokshit, Mechanical, Mr. Anirban Ghosh, Civil, Mr. Pranab Sinha Mohapatra, Utility, Mr. Amrit Bhattacharya, Electrical, Mr. Shamol Maiti, Instrumentation, and Mr. Onkur Bikash Maiti, Procurement. Congratulations, sir. Thank you so much. We are almost there. So we've completed 4 years and now the final year, 2024. So let us take a look at the nominations for the year 2024. The first nominee, in-house coal testing, moisture analysis and GCV analysis instead of third-party quality inspection. Second phase revamping of DP distillation column, project and TDD team. Reduction of HSD consumption, utility team. Insurance claim settlement of business interruption due to transformer damage, finance team. Plant digitization initiatives, information systems. FIBC, implementation of low GSM, increase in bale size, reuse of bale cover, raw materials, Kolkata. Those were the nominations for the year 2024. Now I'll start with the second runner-up position. We have joint projects who have received the second runner-up position award. The first team to have received the award is Finance, insurance claim settlement of business interruption due to transformer damage. Let me call upon Mr. Kaushik Datta, Mr. Shubroto Roy, and Mr. Shunil Kumar Pradhan to receive the award. We have cross-functional team members in this project as well. Mr. Prashanto Kumar Ganguly, Mechanical, Mr. Shatapriya Rai Chaudhary, Utility, and Mr. Utpal Kumar Majhi, HP Process. Thank you very much. The other project in the second runner-up position goes to FIBC, implementation of low GSM, increase in bale size, reuse of bale cover from raw materials, Kolkata. Let me call upon Mr. Aniruddha Sengupta, Mr. Shurojit Shahu, and Mr. Nobindu Dasgupta to collect the award. We do have cross-functional team members here as well. Mr. Bipul Kumar Pradhan, Mr. Shibo Prasad Dotto, Mr. Shujit Maiti, and Mr. Nityananda Pal. You will be honored and felicitated as well later on, sir. Thank you very much and congratulations. Moving on to the first runner-up position. It goes to the project, reduction of HSD consumption from the utility team once again. So, sirs, I don't want to repeat the names, but I have to. Mr. Shatapriya Roy Chaudhary, Mr. Shoilendra Kumar Yadav, Mr. Shaurajit Bera, and Mr. Prithviraj Bhattacharya. Please come and collect your awards. We have Mr. Kaushik Biswas from Electrical as the cross-functional team member for this particular project. Thank you very much. And now this is the final award for the day, the winner of the year 2024. And it goes to the project second phase revamping of DP distillation column from the project and TDD department. Mr. Shudhanshu Shekhar Panigrahi, Mr. Pinaki Haldan, Mr. Indrajit Ghosh and Ms. Ankita, please come forward and collect your awards. The cross-functional team members here were Mr. Protoy Chakraborty, Process HP, Mr. Palwal Majhi, Process DP, Mr. Shakil Ansari Khan, Mechanical, Mr. Rojoy Mujumdar, Mechanical, Mr. Onkur Bikash Maiti, Procurement, and Mr. Shoikot Paul, Procurement. Congratulations to the team. Thank you very much, team, and congratulations to all the awardees. Thank you very much for your cooperation. That brings us to the end of the award distribution ceremony. Thank you again for your kind cooperation, and thank you, sir, for carefully considering MCPI 4.0 from its inception to this date. It has brought in obviously tangible results, but as you said, it has also brought in a lot of intangible results. It is there in our employee culture and DNA. Thank you very much. Please do this, please do that. You have been a part of our lives for 5 years, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much. And all the HODs will be felicitated and honored for the departmental contribution later on. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, MCPians, for your contribution in MCPI 4.0. Thank you so much.
Thank you, team. So I request our MD and CEO to please give his closing remark for our 4.0 event. So please.
Yeah, despite realization that I may be overbearing through my presence over in the mic, I thought let me round up what we have done in MCPI 4.0. I have spoken earlier. I have spoken about inculcating team spirit, collaboration, cross-functional collaboration to bring about improvement in the culture. I also had spoken about the management of change. Also had spoken about the two tenets of cracking the code of change. The theory E, which is economic, the theory O, which is sustainable. Sustainable is what very close to my heart. But how was that made possible? The concept was there, the idea was there, everything was there. We all agreed with it. But the team which made it happen, the back end, the backbone of the program, Mr. Gautam Kaur, Ms. Damayanti Sen, Ms. Suchismita Bhattacharya, and also Dia of my office, I believe she is here. Yes, sir. They deserve all compliments for sustaining this for 5 years. Very briefly, politely, Damayanti said, coaxing, cajoling people, please come, please come, please come, and managing it from behind. They are actually the winners. So I'll be remiss in my duty if I did not recognize them. I call Gautam Kaur to say a few words to us, and you will receive a surprising award also. But I think come and speak a few words because you have been the architect.
This was a surprise actually, not prepared actually. So when I joined, I came to know about Patra's vision. So initially it was quite daunting because I could not get hold of the entire gamut, means how to work, how to move on. So I had Suchishmita, Damayanti and TCG Digital, they helped us. Then Sir gave us some TED talk, how to move on. Then obviously I am very much grateful to the strategists and the HODs. So because they allowed their entire team to be a part of the journey. Uh, Without their support, we could not have done all this achievement. And Mishra sir also, because we can still remember when Patra sir told that you should find out the new, what are the new brainstorming, the new ideas coming up. Mishra said you took personal interest, and we had long sessions in the boardroom, and we found out listed down all the activities to be done. Then Shujishmita and Damayanti obviously chased all the HODs and strategists. Quite a very, very good journey learning, and we tried to digitize a bit. Initially, we started with emails. So it was very cumbersome to manage all the emails and track all the emails. So we make use of the SharePoint. Like to thank IT, Shandeep Pinaki and his team to support us. And we prepared an Excel that was quite complicated in the beginning. But I think now this big Excel with a lot of colors in it, a lot of formulas, all the guys are now very much conversant with Excel. So it helped us actually. It helps us to track 733 projects. It's not and reporting to Patra sir every fortnight. So that was quite a good job done by the entire team. So thank you, Patra sir, for giving us this opportunity to work on this project and learn. And as you said, sir, that we would try to implement in the company-wide implementation, we will be glad to be a part of that. So thank you, Patra sir, thank you, Mishra ji, thank you all the strategists and the entire team for giving us the support to make this a success. Thank you.
So I request our MD to now hand over the gift and the certificate to the team. Congratulations, team. Thank you, sir. So as we come to the end of the program today, I request our plant head to please come and deliver the vote of thanks and conclude the session.
Good afternoon, Goanjani, respected MD, CEO Patrasan, my colleagues at various places here and other places also at HO, my colleagues also from Surat, family members in Sotaku 1 and Sotaku 2. I take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for the auspicious completion of the 25 years, golden years of MCPI. I have been asked to give the vote of thanks, so I have a long list of giving the votes. Thanks, so actually. The first is actually, I will start with the MCC, who has built this plant. They actually, all the thanks goes to them. Because of that, only we are existing today. Also, they have left a very excellent work culture, safety, and compliance system. Maybe it's a green belt, the
all compliance, all safety, whatever we have seen, we are trying to maintain that, we are trying to improve that also. But thanks to MCC for their consent and building this plant in this part of this country, actually in Eastern India. And of course, I can guess how difficult it would have been that time to acquire the land. Of course, Patrasai was there, acquire the land and build a plant in Eastern India. The second part goes to our beloved chairman, who has agreed to purchase a sinking boat of MCPI when it was in red. Always it is better to purchase a good one, but the bad one to purchase and take he has, in this podium, he has told that yes, I have purchased the headache. And continuously supporting us. I remember when I joined, every Monday evening he used to review. This where is there? Ambar ki HP chalve. So that was the motivation, but actually we gained confidence in 17-18 when we have achieved the highest production of 1324 KT. Thereafter he has, yes, assumed yes, this team is having capacity and caliber. Patrasai of course is there. Then actually things are there, but continuously he is supporting, guiding us as Patrasai was told, for the improvement of MCPI, survival of MCPI, growth of MCPI, acquiring GSML, acquiring this, doing the joint venture. Continuously he is telling he is really proud of MCPI, and thank you very much, sir, for your support, for your consent to purchase this and for our future growth also. The third part, I will say, the captain of the ship, Patrasai. We know that he is the person who has guided MCPI so far. Starting from the beginning, he has given the mail today, all of you have seen. Every Monday he used to complete this address the people. Inclusiveness was his theory, people first was his theory. And continuously he is telling how to nurture the people. He used to give the thingy, of course, machine one part, people one part. It is the people who deliver the goods. And continuously, not only he says people first, he has proved that. And actually, I was telling him 3 major milestones which he has not mentioned in the mail. First is convincing Dr. Chatterjee to purchase this. And second part, as he has told, that in the 2020, when the anti-doping duty was taken over, the constitution of the MCPI 4.0, and we have seen 733 projects, and survival, of course, almost $19 we have saved. So continuously how to survive, how to grow, that was the part. And Corona period also, his welfare technology, all taking care of all employees, their family members, free medicines, personally monitoring things, how is going on. That shows, of course, his human touch. And last but not the least, that CDSP or the LNT or IDP program. He is empowering people, continuously he is empowering the people to face the challenge and face the future, starting from the wings of change to IDP to this identification, all things. So thank you very much, sir, for your captaincy, I should say, or today actually I'm telling you, you are the principal for the whole team. Please, sir, we are from the core of our heart, we thank you for your contribution and hope that God will give you good health and continue to bless us, MCPI, for a future journey. Next is my colleagues. I must thank to the core of my heart to all my colleagues. So when I have seen, at that time, one aging plant, one unstable technology plant, whatever commitment, whatever discipline, whatever resilience you have shown, it is exemplary. And actually, maybe all departments, maybe process, engineering, marketing, procurement, HR, admin, everybody came to the occasion, not only to survive MCPI and to boost it up. Thank you very much, all my colleagues. So you have to, for your support and for the contribution of the long journey of 25 years. And I am sure that we will continue the same. Then next part is our family members of our colleagues. Those are seeing in Satak 1 and Satak 2 also. Thank you very much, all madams. For your support only, people could contribute here. I have seen minimum 12 hours, everybody is giving their best here, and particularly when the shutdown is taking place, at times it is up to 14 hours, 16 hours they work here. Without the family support, it is not possible. So that's what actually it is the contribution of the family members for the supporting of this thing. Then now I think for this to the function, I must thank the HR team, admin team, our media partners, all the few people those have contributed for these things. That is excellent. For I think you have seen, really we feel elevated. Yes, we are working in MCPI, we are proud to work in MCPI. And MCPI 4.0 we have seen, what is their contribution, all the things actually. Big thanks to them. Of course, we have given that. Now I will share my experience or my thing that I joined in the second innings of this industry when it was taken over by TCG. I am privileged, I am honored to work with this disciplined and committed team. I feel honored. The question is, when you are celebrating today, every time I used to say, we are competing with two small partners. One is Reliance, one is Indian Oil. Now the third partner has come, GAIL. New technology has come in Paradeep. New technology has come in the Mangalore. We have to compete that. So my request to all of you, that with the Patrasaheb initiative, he's pumping knowledge to you, agileness, your commitment, certainly you can face. It is the people who can fight. And just actually I say, no, if the people are strong enough, we can face any challenge. The new technology challenge, whatever is coming, the new market challenge, whatever is coming, our marketing people are geared up for that. Our technology people, digitization, we are going for that. Continuously we have to see who are our competitors. If you are ensuring our competitors, then naturally our future will be safe. And we can have the golden jubilee. Another 25 years, as Patrasaheb was emotional. I am sure also we are in the same boat, we will not be there. But we wish that MCPI should celebrate Golden Jubilee with much vigor, much energy and with much prosperity. Thank you very much for attending this meeting. Thank you very much.
So now we will be proceeding for a photo session, and we will be taking small bites about your experience for today. So I'll request everyone to please come up for the photo sessions. Thank you, everyone. Leaders, please come up for the picture. यहीं पे ले लेते हैं. Background is good. बाहर तो mic কাজ করবে না. All leaders, please come up for the picture.